Hey, what is up, my fellow cynics? Today in this video, I'm going to be going over the Rival 600 SteelSeries gaming mouse and basically just going over what makes this mouse so special, along with why this might potentially be the best gaming mouse on the market right now. Let's go take a look.
Okay.
The Rival 600 retails for about $80, and I have to say I was a little hesitant at first to pay that much for a gaming mouse. But once I actually finally got this puppy open and got to test it out myself, I realized that the Rival 600 actually has a lot that it brings to the table. First up, I'm going to dive into the design of the actual mouse. At first glance, the Rival 600 had a very simplistic, sleek design. I immediately noticed it only had 3 additional buttons on the left, aside from the standard left click, right click, and scroll wheel, which actually came to a bit of a surprise when comparing it to its predecessor, the Rival 500, that was overloaded with 15 different buttons on it, which is just honestly a little ridiculous and a little overkill in my opinion for most games. Now, don't come at me, guys. I know having 15 buttons can be nice for, I don't know, maybe MOBAs or some like World of Warcraft or something. But in most scenarios for most gamers, I'd say 15 buttons is a little overkill. And in my opinion, I actually really enjoy the simpler, less button-crowded design that the Rival 600 did bring to the table. It really opened up a lot of room for making the 3 buttons larger for the user, along with just making it a little more user-friendly for most games, especially first-person shooters. Speaking of the large buttons though, the Rival 600 is actually a decent-sized mouse. I'd say it would be best for gamers with medium to large size hands, me being in the large hands category. Or honestly, if you just have smaller hands and you like that larger feel to your mouse, this will be perfect for you. Other than that, the entire mouse is coated in a very soft rubber material, making it great for gripping and using it for long gaming sessions. And I can't forget to mention one of my favorite parts of this mouse design, and that's its removable sides with its weighting system. This mouse standard weighs about 96 grams, which is pretty fairly average for a gaming mouse. But the Rival 600 actually comes with the options to pull off the sides and stick in some extra weights in there. It does come with 8 extra 4-gram metal bits, which comes to an extra 30 grams in total that you can add to this mouse, bringing the total weight of this mouse up to 128 grams, making this mouse really ideal for a wide range of gamers. It just kind of adds that little bit of customization to it and can actually be really nice to be able to adjust your weight in your mouse. I never really knew that that's something that I wanted or needed, but it's been great. I prefer heavier mice, and I know a lot of people out there do also. On this particular mouse, I keep 1 4-gram in the front and 2 4-grams in the back on each side, and I find that to be perfect for first-person shooters and really anything else. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to mention the cool RGB lighting on the Rival 600. It adds just the right amount of flair to this bad boy. I mean, come on, who doesn't like cool RGB lights all over their stuff? Alright guys, now we have to move on to the performance of the actual mouse, which is obviously the most important part. Well, the Rival 600 is extremely well tuned. This mouse not only packs the TrueMove 3 sensor, but also has a built-in secondary sensor to stop your cursor from drifting when you lift the mouse off your mouse pad or table, which you honestly don't see in a lot of mice, and it's actually extremely nice for first-person shooters, or really any game where you have to excessively lift up your mouse. And it's also a huge thing for accuracy in games. Now, the TrueMove 3 sensor offers a maximum sensitivity of 12,000 CPI, and 1-to-1 tracking at up to 3,500 CPI. With the added liftoff accuracy of the second sensor, this gaming mouse never misses a beat. Even when you turn the corner in Call of Duty and you see 4 of the teammates sitting there waiting to kill you. Now, the huge benefit to the secondary sensor, and if you've been gaming on PC for a while, you definitely know this, lifting off of the desk with your mouse often leads you to staring at something that you didn't intentionally want to stare at, or it makes it so it's harder to go back to where you were trying to aim in the first place. Well, no more worrying about lifting your mouse up and all of a sudden staring at the ground or sky. The Rival 600 second sensor completely eliminates the issue. It works great. SteelSeries really outdid themselves with the Rival 600. This thing is extremely accurate, making it ideal for any first-person shooter or any aiming type based game. And you won't have to come up with excuses anymore to your buddies why you keep dying over and over again. Oh, and one more thing, I do have to say that clicking on this mouse has to be one of the most satisfying clicks I've ever felt on a gaming mouse, if that matters to you. So if you're really one of those gamers that cares about how your mouse feels when you're clicking it, this is a great one to get. And honestly, sometimes I even just find myself sitting there clicking it for no reason. Yeah, that's the stuff. Now, onto the gripes of the Rival 600. Honestly, I don't really have any. I have one little minor complaint, and it doesn't even have to do with the mouse. The only semi-annoying thing that I've dealt with so far with this mouse is the SteelSeries software that you download to adjust the lighting and the different sensitivity levels and stuff of the mouse. It's honestly not that user-friendly, and it was a little buggy for me. And really, I've only actually used the, Razer Synapsis in the past, but they kind of strived at making that a good experience, and I don't know, SteelSeries isn't that great. That doesn't even really have to do with the mouse, so I don't really find it as a real gripe for this mouse. This mouse is excellent, and really that just brings us to my final conclusion of the Rival 600. Overall, I think that the SteelSeries Rival 600 is an extremely feature-packed gaming mouse that I think is totally worth the $80 that I paid for it. And for a lot of mice that might sound a little expensive, but you're honestly getting two things with this mouse that you're not getting with most any other mice on the market today, and that's the secondary sensor that's going to help with that liftoff. You're not going to get one nearly as accurate or as perfect as this one works on any other mouse, I guarantee it. And then just the weighting system is really nice, although that's more beneficial for someone that likes to game with the a little heavier mouse than just your average market gaming mouse. But I've been enjoying that feature myself, and I think a lot of you will also enjoy that feature. You honestly won't find any other mouse on the market right now with that dual sensor that literally completely eliminates cursor drift. It's just non-existent with this mouse. It's not a problem anymore. Same goes with the weighting system with this mouse. You don't just get that in your everyday gaming mouse that you pick up off, Amazon or Best Buy. It honestly really makes the Rival 600 unique, and I think a lot of gamers are going to enjoy that, especially ones that like that heavier mouse. I'm one of them included. I've been enjoying having, the option or the freedom to have my mouse weigh what I want it to weigh. Now, not only do I think that the Rival 600 gaming mouse is not only one of the best mice you can pick up right now for first-person shooters, and just really any accuracy-driven game, I truly think that any gamer would like this gaming mouse. And if you haven't already, you should check it out, or if you've been thinking about getting it, I say do it. I've loved it so far. Plus, it's got a cool RGB lighting system, and the thing just looks cool. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for me though. I appreciate you guys stopping by the channel as usual. Once again, this has been a Digital Cynic experience. My name is Brendan, and anything from tech, games, movies, and really anything nerdy in between, go check out our channel, subscribe, like the video. Just come on, help us out guys. We're trying hard out here, and we've really been loving it, as I say in every video. But until next time, peace.